Hi, my name is Sana. I am founder of TOO.BADASS branding agency, and today we're talking about 5 things your website should have in order to get results. So at the end of this video, you're going to be so educated that you can sell anything, any product or service on your website and really benefit from it. The backstory, why we learned these 5 things, we worked with a client where everything, he did not follow any of these things and nothing was working. So we fixed the website for him, that's Elysian Exteriors in our portfolio, and then he ghosted us. So that's a really bad case. That's really a fun case. You can check out the case in the portfolio. We leave that in the description of this video. But let's get to the 5 lessons, 5 things website should have. The first thing is 3-second rule. So in 3 seconds, users should understand what is the product or service, what is the problem it solves for him, and what is the emotional benefit or connection. For example, we are selling bikes for children, and regular people would say, get this bike, that's really of high quality bike for children. They would ride it forever and it will be left even for your grandchildren and something like that, right? But we heard that, we know it. It's generic, it's basic, and we'll have this stupid photo of the bike on the hero section. No, what we should do is we should think deeper. Yes, mentioning bike in the heading is important because we understand what is the product. And having picture of a bike is also cool because we understand what is a product. But what is the problem it solves for us as parents? Spend more money on bike for our children? No. But there is a problem. It solves the problem of children being too active and not wanting to sleep. So we are selling quiet sleep for parents. That's such a precious thing to sell. That's what every parent wants. Just kids sleeping quietly so that they have time to themselves, or to sleep as well, to have some rest. So we are selling here quiet sleep. Get this bike and sleep quietly at night. I don't know, we have to think about the way we're formulating it. I just came up with this just now, but when we name the product and we say how people benefit from it, it's golden. And the second thing what we do is we insert video of kids riding a bike and having a lot of fun. We also should insert video, part of the video where parents would be teaching kids to ride a bike. Why? Because they are connected. When parents are teaching children, they are connecting with them. And in modern world, a lot of parents, I know, because I work with apps for children. So in modern world, people have guilt of being not good parent enough, of not spending enough time with their kids. And if we get this bike, we get to spend some time with our children. We get to see their new achievements, their new steps. It's really precious. That's really important. It's connecting emotional with people. Then if we see on the video how kids are sleeping quiet at night, and then it's how cute they are when they're sleeping, that's also it's really touching. It can be mini film. Why do we need this video? Why am I talking about inserting video? When we have just raw footage of bike, not footage, just picture, it's boring, it's static, it's not connecting with us. When we have a video, we evoke emotion and it looks more costly and we can get more money. Why video? People love videos. It's the easiest type of content to consume. Videos here hit the first place, then goes photos, and then we have icons, and then we have text. So when we are just describing something with text about bike, it's the most boring thing you can ever do. Having video, we have proof of TikTok, right? So having video of this bike, of parents teaching kids riding this bike, kids sleeping quiet at night, that's enough. That's what Loom did on their website, on their landing page. When you go to their website, they are showing what is the problem that people have, how many meetings they have in a day, and how they are solving this problem with this screen recording device, which is awesome, which is simple. Everybody gets it. Don't need to explain it several times when you can show it once. So this would be ideal scenario for a website that would sell bikes for children. 3 seconds to understand what is the product, what is the problem it is solving, and what is the emotional benefit here. The second rule is structure leading to action. When you are entering a website, you should perceive this as you're having conversation with a prospect, when you're having real human dialogue with real human being. So this dialogue should connect you as two people, two human beings, and then it should be value-based. If you're thinking that you're gonna insert text from ChatGPT, or something like elevate your experience with one of the kind super high metal quality bike for your children, and some other sentences in some random order on the website, I'm like, what? Like, are you really expecting to get excellent results from this mediocre, like even lower than mediocre text? Obviously not. I hope not. So pay attention to what you're saying and in what order you're saying. It's like sales script. It's like intimate conversation. I don't know how to perceive it, but it should be logical, it should be value-based, and it should lead to some action. Let's consider an example. So we started our website for bikes with children with the name of the product, the problem we're solving, as with emotion, with video. What do we do next? We insert social proof. This can be reviews from Trustpilot, from Yelp, from Google reviews. This can be video reviews. Video reviews work even better because you know that these are real people. You know that they took a minute to appreciate the brand and record video about it. You see how other people who already purchased the thing are spending their time and how awesome that is. So you're like a little bit envious already of them. Then for social proof, you can also insert logo of your partners of the brand. You can also insert insurance that you're providing, maybe some care kit for the bike, maybe special services for it. Maybe you have a number of your clients, that is 10,000 people bought this bike. What are you waiting for? You have some stats that are proving your quality, like this average bike lasted people for 20 years. Something that makes people trust you, and it's really important. Even if you can include that somewhere on the hero section, that's beneficial, but I'm not a fan of putting everything in one box. I would rather give information portion by portion and break it down into smaller pieces and make it logical. So social proof is a huge one. It's really important. This can be one section, this can be billion of sections, right? Then we should include the features or benefits. I would focus on benefits first. What is the difference? The benefits is what user is getting, and features is what producers cares about. These are physical things, but benefits are the scenarios in which this bike can be used, are the emotional things. They are more connecting with people often. So this can be the next section, the third one. Then we can include other models of this bike, or we can have quiz on which bike would fit which child. If we have different models, that's really awesome interactive way to generate sales. Then blog with spare details, or with blog featuring how you're taking care of these bikes and fixing it for free if something gets broken with this guarantee. Then blog with FAQ, frequently asked questions, support service, and call to action right before footer, and I guess footer at the end. So there are a lot of things that you can put in the website, and you can research a lot of competitors and see how people are doing things, but make it logical and present vital information user needs to make a purchase in first sections. I guess I forgot to describe that. Maybe not everybody knows, but website is like a page, right? And it's broken down into some blocks, which we call sections in design, and each section following the other should add more value to to your conversation with the prospect. There is also difference in between website and PDF or brochure. When you see PDF or brochure, this is an ad. This is just information. Nobody can make any actions here. But when you have a website, you have real opportunity to make purchase right here and there. Sorry, right then and there. And this is easier way to sell things on massive scale. So why not use this opportunity on the website? This logic flow can be different based on your product, on your service, on your niche, and whether that's a luxurious product or not, or mass market. But you should make sure that when you are looking at your website from client perspective, you understand what's going on and you understand the logic of it and you trust this person. I really did this with websites of our clients, and we also have social media for the agency. So sometimes I would enter social media, even from other people's phones, I don't know, just to look at it. And I'm like, what are you thinking about this page? Does it make sense to you? Does it bring you trust? Really ask people research about that. The third step that makes website result driven is build in conversion funnels, and these funnels can be totally different. What I mean by that, these are different ways to get people to buy stuff. These are just different places where and flows and scenarios in which people will make a purchase or connect with you more. So what can we do here? First funnel can be product purchase. This is just button to buy our bike, for example. This can be fixed button in the header. As we are scrolling down the website, we always see that one main call to action button in the header, which is really cool. It's really important. Then this can be button that can be repetitive on other sections. We have section, hero section, right? Video, and right after video we can have this button, or at the end of this video we can have this button to buy this bike. We can have this button after reviews, or after some features, or after blog, or call to action button again in before footer, almost at the end of the page, which is a basic way to do stuff. Then we can have this button at the end of the bike finder quiz. Why don't we, if we have multiple models, we can add a bit more custom approach to our clients. We can make a quiz for parents on which bike would fit their children best, based on the age of the children, on their height, on their activeness, how active they are, how many tricks or jumps they do with their website, maybe the type of road they would basically ride it on, and the color their children like, all the cartoons their children like. It would be even better if we have branded bicycles where each bike would have its own name. Like it's going to be Stella bike, and Stella bike is meant for dirty roads for kids that, I don't know. We have to work on this concept, really good concept, but maybe there should be collaboration of these bikes with some cartoons, and children would also get more interested. Maybe even if they squeeze, like they would start selecting their own bike. That's going to be really fun. And this is another funnel, because at the end you will have test result, who are you from Friends, or who are you from the Office characters. You can really have this fun quiz connected to the brand, connected to bike, and at the end, when people will finish this quiz, they will feel like they've already brought in so many, their attention and their energy into this process, that it would be a shame not to buy this product right now when it's custom, especially for them. So that's another funnel. Make it more interactive. It's really good practice. Then it can be lead magnet funnel or newsletter funnel. Sometimes by providing free value to people, or giving out some checklist, some free guide, some lesson, riding lesson on the bike. You can get email from these people to sign for their like newsletter, and that's going to be a warm lead already for your emailing. Abandoned cart funnel. If they've been scrolling through your website and got one bike in their cart and they abandoned it, why don't you send them notifications to their email? That's a really awesome idea. Whatever you can come up with any sales strategy, with any marketing strategy you can come up with, like these all can be used. And the more places like this with funnels you have on the website, the more likelihood of people buying stuff, really. You make it so easy for them that it's like harder not to buy now. Think number 4 that website should have to bring results. And this is good mobile. I've got the stats, but around 64% of people enter websites from mobile phone. And everybody knows this, and there is principle in UI and UX design that is called mobile first, where designers would start with mobile design first and then with website. And there is difference in between websites on desktop and mobile. And what is that? So a couple of things that you should do, make sure that your website has in order to work on mobile. So this should be some friendly zones. You have these some on the right hand or just fingers, and clickable zones should be more than 44 pixels to be clickable, right? There are standards by iOS and Android, and some of them have minimum of 44 pixels of the call to action button, and some of them have 48 pixels minimum. But just to be on the safe side, you can make minimum 48 pixels of the size for any clickable element, for your menu, for buttons, for icons, and then it's going to be easy for people to click on with their hands, which is a pain really often on the websites. Nobody really thinks about it. The other thing, people often do mobiles overwhelming. They put a lot of buttons, like they save all the information from the website and put that into mobile right as it was, and it's such a bad idea. Like you would rather break it down into a couple more scrolls vertically rather than put it all in one screen. You can also have sticky call to action buttons. So when you lack the space and your buttons to buy a product is not always visible, you can make it sticky, like fixed somewhere at the bottom. And as you'd be scrolling, you'd always see this button to buy. Auto save progress. So mobile users tend to be more disrupted with their notifications. They are always on the road, maybe, or talking to somebody. So we should have auto save progress on the website so that their search and results and like quiz results from this website we've been talking about would be saved. Clear tab targets. So they should be a bit bigger buttons and bold text and something easy to act on. One last thing. There is difference between website and mobile. Website has hover effect. So when you hover on some elements, they start acting like it's a trigger action for something to happen. But on mobile, you only have tap. You do not have your mouse to hover on things. So keep that in mind if your designer makes this mistake. The fifth thing that website should have in order to bring result is emotional triggers and wow effect. We talked about this. We talked about emotional benefits, about how important that is. But essentially, why people buy stuff and they do repetitive sales, right? And they are loyal to brands is because they have connection with those brands, because they trust these brands. They know their story. They know the emotional triggers. And also wow effect, when this thing is beautiful and convenient and smooth and really luxurious, like pleasant to look at, people will stay on your website and will most likely buy things. It's really important. What I remembered over years is one case of a cancer clinic in New Zealand, if I remember it correctly. So they started their website with real feedback from their patients. So there was a young patient, young guy, he was under like 16 or something, and his mom would crying, and he would say, "Jesus, mom, we're gonna drown in your tears," or something, like everything's gonna be really cool. And then his feedback after treatment, when he overcame cancer, like he really won this game. And then we have happy review from him. If I remember this example because this is such a touching niche, such a really dangerous niche to include emotions or to joke or to do something, but they really just inserted raw feedback from their real client, and it brings in true emotions. It connects with people, it's honest, and it's just plain as life is. And this is what I'm talking about when I'm saying emotions and brand. When you're working with different niches, you should do different emotions. For example, you work with e-commerce, you should work on emotions of desire to belong, like join these 1,000 happy customers. We should work on status and aspiration, like you deserve this luxury. Fear of missing out, only 3 left in stock. Confidence and control, take charge of your life or of your look or of your dating life, whatever. Then if you are talking about online courses or some education, they should be all about success, achievement, growth, right? Level up your career in 30 days, relief from overwhelm, like no fluff, only what you need. Hope, it's not too late to change your career. And curiosity was what most people get wrong about. If you were talking about fitness, like it's insecurity relief, train smarter, not harder. It's about transformation, that your future self is will be thankful to you. About parenting, it's about safety, about guilt relief, joy, some sentiment. So a lot of emotions might be connected to different niches. Discover which one would fit your niche best. If we sum up this call, we have 5 things that website should include to get results. The first thing is 3 seconds for user to understand what is the product and what is the problem it's solving for him. The second thing is structure leading to action. The third thing, built-in conversion funnels, different places for a person to make purchase. The fourth thing is good mobile, and the last thing is emotion and wow effect. So these 5 things would really change your website. This is what most websites do not have. I searched 10,000 websites in different niches in US, and I can say that 80 or even 85% of those websites didn't have logical structure, didn't have enough emotions, didn't have a lot of funnel structure, they didn't have any wow effect. So, and most of them, okay, not most, half of them were not clear enough for me to understand what is the product they are selling. So you still have the chance to make it work, to make your website stand out and to make your brand stand out. Because if your website is not selling, you're losing from it, right? You're paying for domain and you spend your time building it. But why do you have that if it's not working, if it's not a quality? That's it. It was really nice talking to you again. And I'll see you in the next video in the next week. For now, you can check out the video that we already have on our channel about logo, about naming, brand name, and a lot of useful stuff. See you then. Bye.